was the best start he's had this season. And I thought, I asked him, I said, you always seem to finish strong, like he's got some great Decembers. Did you guys do anything to try to emphasize maybe taking that December play and doing it in September?
Yeah, I mean, we always, at the end of the year, we sit down and we have conversations. And my whole deal is when we get them in the spring, you know, when they come back in the fall, I want them to come back the way they left in the spring, right? You put the time and effort into the fundamentals. And we've always talked about them, hey, your hands may not be quite where we need them to be when you start the season. So let's start the season the way you left spring ball, or OTAs. And so those are some of the things that we discussed. And he did a great job this offseason. We only had him for a short time, but he did a lot of things in the offseason to come back to training camp ready to go. He was in great shape when he started this preseason. Or I should say camp, and then he got banged up. So then we had to get him back into it. But yeah, he takes what I say and he runs with it. Like he's one guy that's like, if I say, jump this, high, he'll do it. Like, so he's all in and pleased what he's doing. And there's still room to grow. There's still mistakes that are made, but he wants to be coached and we hold him accountable. So.
Jerry, how did Dean get the nickname Rhino, and how have you thought he's played the last couple games?
He's the nickname came from in-house. I guess, yeah. I don't want to pass that on, but
Kenny told us.
Okay, good. So, yeah. So then Kenny could tell you who gave it to him, but no, it's been good. He's been, I talk about him being the dirty work guy all the time, and so. He's really starting to, be a lot more aggressive and not catching blocks, being more physical, more direct. Big, strong guy like that, when he starts to do that, I mean, you recognize it. It shows up, and he's starting to put, his stamp on his game right now, which is nice. But again, we got to continue week in, week out to do those things because you can't put it on film once and say, hey, I can do it, and then you don't do it again. So. He is doing some nice things, and hopefully we can continue to keep that up.
How much of that, Jerry, is assignment, or is it just Dean improving his technique to make some of these big plays? I mean, some of the plays he's made are tremendous, using everything that he's got, all of his tools.
Well, a lot of it has to do with, knowing who you are. Like, if I'm a big, strong guy, right, and I'm not the most, fluid hip guy where I'm trying to get on edges, all right, well, let's not get on edges. Let's push the pocket and do some push-pulls. So understanding who you are, and I think he has a pretty good understanding of what he is, and he's playing to those, abilities, which is awesome right now. So.
I know with the red zone, it's not just you guys, obviously, there's a lot of things going on, but just from when you're coaching your guys, what are you talking about down there?
Well, I mean, whether we're backed up the field, red zone, goal line, doesn't matter. Everybody's got a job to do, and ours is no different. But at the end of the day, we got to eliminate the mistakes, right? So the mistakes I'm talking about, Coach may hit on it. I mean, we've had, I think, 6 penalties where we've given people 6 fresh downs down there. So, you go to the red zone and you go 3 and out, but on that 3 and out, you get a penalty. Well, now they get a fresh down. So we got to eliminate some of those mistakes that are happening from penalty situations, and we'll be fine. So we just got to continue to keep working and doing our job. And, there's 11 guys out there that all have a job to do, and we just got to do it better.
Jerry, it's obvious that you and Jerry and Joe talked about this because you've all mentioned the penalties. Besides that, what else do you see? I mean, you've been around this game a long time. Rob had some stat about this has never happened where a team has gone this long without getting a red zone stop. What else do you see?
Well, again, how many opportunities have we given people after going 3 and out, right? Shoot, there was one game we gave somebody, I think there was 3 penalties in one drive. We kept them out. Well, you can only give them so many opportunities before you let somebody walk into the end zone when they're that close. So, we just, like I said, if we eliminate those mistakes, you're going to see a whole different red zone defense. So we've got to eliminate those, plain and simple, and you know, it'll happen. And again, mistakes are happening also, you know, so it's no different than up the field. It's just not as blown up because when you're in the red zone, you know, you're this close to the end zone. So.
As a defensive staff though, do you guys feel really, I know you're not complacent, I get it, but do you feel really good about where you guys are otherwise defensively? Like, is this that one thing that you just haven't kind of gotten where you want it?
You know what, I never feel good because I just, you know, it's nice having Aaron on the other side of the ball, right? But at the same time, you know, I feel like we should have played the run better in the last game. I felt like, you know, we could have did this a little bit better in the last game. So, yes, it's nice that, you know, we're limiting people to, you know, last week 14, you know, whatever it may be. But there's things that we can always improve on, and we're nowhere near where we need to be. We've got new guys out there playing who are doing a hell of a job, which is awesome, says a lot about their preparation going into the game. And, you know, when you start the game and you look out there a couple series later and it's guys that are just showing up that hadn't been here, I mean, it says a lot about what they're doing. But there's a lot of room to improve in our defense. So, yeah, great, we're 5-1, but we're still working to get better. And it's never going to be perfect, but, you know, we're striving to meet that.